Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Tara, a farmer from Northern California. This channel is mainly about farming, but sometimes it's not.
Just a little bit, something. Yeah.
So this morning, he realized there was a couple things wrong with the header because we had that Calmer corn header kit. So we did some more adjusting this morning and we are finally ready to head out to the field. This will be day one. It's October 2nd. I think we'll have it done within a week, week and a half. We haven't even done anything and I'm already snacking. Alrighty, first load. There we go. Corn. It's my first load of the year. We got our report back on our corn yesterday. It was dry. So if you guys remember in my earlier video, we want our corn to be 15.5 moisture. And if you guys have been watching since grapes, you remember that I did like 19% bricks. Well, it's kind of like the same thing with corn. So we want 15.5. That means it's dry enough to go to the elevators and we don't have to pay any drying charges. Yesterday's loads, we did 2 loads yesterday. One was 12% and one was 13%. So our corn is dry. My dad's alfalfa is sure looking nice. Yes, it is. So we just finished cutting the top headland and now we are cutting a spot on the side to go to the other end of the field and he'll cut the end headland. So I just drive far back behind him in case for any reason he needs to back up. You can see the ground sinking when I was backing up, so that's why we don't do like the drive-in dump, because I'm just way too close to the ditch. The last couple days my dad noticed that he felt like the corn was coming out somewhere and he made some adjustments and it was still happening. So he actually had the guys help him clean it off this morning and they ran it for a little bit and they could tell that it was really coming out of a certain area, and he kind of went up there with a flashlight and could see that something is bent or there's a hole or something. Okay, wow. That's a big hole.
Well, you can see a lot of corn. I don't know how much.
You can see a lot of corn coming out of it. So this is from inside the hopper. Got my dad's welder. And here is the, stuck it up there so he could reach it. All right, hopefully it's all fixed and we are heading back out to the field. Alrighty, we are in the field. We got my dad in the harvester, Vicente is running the disc, and I am in the bank out wagon. I'm wearing my friend's pool shirt. I'm gonna sit up and probably the parking brake alarm's gonna go off. It says world's okayest grain cart driver. I love it. My dad just said his air conditioner stopped working. You know, cab tractors are great. They're so nice. But even if it's not hot outside, if you don't have AC, that thing starts cooking pretty fast. Okay, I can see Dad's stop down here. I'm pretty sure what is happening is the corn is so dry that it's actually getting plugged up on the header. This is what happens when it's so dry. It's clogged up. Is it just because it breaks off? Do you know why it does this? Not really.
So dry.
Just so dry that it kind of breaks and just breaks off. So he's gonna run the header and see if it'll suck it in a little bit. Feeling better about today. My dad had his air conditioner looked at. Sounds like it just needed to be charged, so it got charged. Hopefully the AC will be good for him today. I did hear that the price of corn went up just a tiny bit this morning, so we'll take everything we can get. How many acres is this field?
All total, I think it's supposed to be 48.
48 acres. This is our biggest cornfield. So in another video, I told you guys how we have small fields. So this is our biggest field. He doesn't know if he can make it to the end. So I follow really far behind him. And then that way, if he does fill up his hopper, he'll like cut a little pocket so I can pull next to him. P.S. If you're tuning in a little late to the corn harvest series, these bars that are on my tractor are for the fertilizer tanks when we plant our corn. This is the same tractor we use for planting. Have I mentioned that the corn is dry? Okay, I know you can't see it, but he put his auger out and he's cutting a pocket right now. So you can see how he just cut a little spot, and I'm standing in the row that he was chopping before. Now he'll unload. All right, we are definitely having a more successful day harvesting wise. It's about 2:30, but we are kind of stuck on our trucks right now. Okay, a new truck just got here, so that's good. We actually didn't even have to stop. We like slowed down for 1 minute and then the truck was coming in, so that's good. We are definitely struggling with the dryness today. All right, we're finally getting somewhere. Doing a little better this round. So this is our local grain elevators where we take all our corn. The first thing that happens when the trucks get to the elevators is they go and they've got this probe that they stick into the corn, and it takes a moisture sample. out in the field. Cleaned my windows this morning. Well, I'm not exactly sure what happened, but something happened.
The bearing went out.
Oh, in the auger? Bearing went out in the auger. Is that a big fix?
It's gonna take some work, yeah. So we're done for today.
Oh, man. Okay, what happened? Oh, those belts weren't like that, right? You did that just now?
No, they were like that.
They were like that while you were driving?
Yeah, they're
Oh.
supposed to be inside, and a bearing went out and they came out.
So these belts that are hanging here are supposed to be inside here. So we're gonna drive it back to the shop and work on that for today. Sounds like we're done harvesting for today. I am going to head out to get parts. All right, time to head back. My dad and the guys got the harvester all fixed. I changed the oil on my pickup. So they got it fixed. I just got in my bank out wagon. Haven't even turned it on yet. And it's the first day that it really feels like fall. So a lot of you guys hear me call this a bank out wagon. A bank out wagon, I think the most common name for it is a grain cart. I've heard some other names that I can't even think of right now. We call them bank out wagons. I am not the only person in the world that calls them bank out wagons. Basically everyone in my area calls them that. There's also, I've been told, Rice Farmer TV on YouTube also calls them bank out wagons. And the reason they are called bank out wagons here is because it used to be where once the crop was harvested, it went into the bank out wagon and then it got dumped from the levee bank. So, you know, we are surrounded by rivers here. So from the levee bank, they would pull up and they would dump the crop into a barge or a boat or, you know, whatever. So that's why these are called bank out wagons. Yes, it is a grain cart, but that's why we call it that. So it's actually like really some history on where I live, the Sacramento River Delta, and you know, just part of Northern California. So if you've wondered why I call it that, now you know. We're hoping because of this cooler weather, we won't have any pile-ups today. Yes, the corn is still dry, but you know, it's not as hot outside, so hopefully they'll get sucked through the header pretty good. All right, so we're on a pause because we're waiting for trucks. Shall we snack while we wait? What's my snack? Bam! Arroz con leche, AKA rice pudding. If you guys have never had rice pudding, this is the bomb. It's so good. I love rice pudding. It's got like a little bit of cinnamon on the top. So this is today's snack, guys. Look who finally decided to show up with a truck. I've only been waiting forever. All right, the truck has arrived. My bank out wagon is full. The harvester is full. So as soon as he parks, we'll have that truck full. We're full. Finished my snack already. Sad day. It was fast. It was fast snacking. Alrighty, we are back at it. This is it for this field. I am going to get some of this corn into this barrel I have right here so I can feed it to my chickens. So I've got this nice barrel here. It's like 55-gallon drum and it's got a nice screw-on lid. Scoop it out of the truck and put it in this guy. And then I got a grinder at home, old school grinder, and I just grind it and mix it in with their food. This is gonna go well, I can tell. Ooh, okay, don't fall. There it is. It'll be a nice little morning workout. Okay, so my dad wanted me to show you guys this corn to show you how tall it is. So for reference, I am 5'7". I'm 5'7". So it's quite a bit taller than me. I don't know exactly how tall, but he thinks this is some of our tallest corn. So I'm 5'7". You saw how much taller than me it was, and he wants you to see how the Calmer corn header does. One thing he was talking about was these, how good they look. He said this is exactly how you want to see them, just clean and together and perfect looking still. Hopefully I don't get knocked out by any corn cobs because it shoots them out the back. And sometimes you'll hear them hit my tractor like bullets. I swear one day the glass is gonna break. Okay, so we installed the Calmer corn header, and I told everybody it was kind of a long process. Is there one certain thing on there that you were just like, we have to have this changed?
It's the chopper, the snapping rollers that make the big difference, but...
And you can't really see those with it down, right? That's the piece underneath?
Yeah, they're in between there with the knife.
So this piece in here, and they're each row has two. You said, okay, you just said you don't run it low enough, but last year, before you had it, we used to run it right under the
ear.
Because did you just feel like your corn header couldn't handle all that stock?
It wouldn't do anything.
So before, we used to just like, last year we'd run it like all the way up here, just right under to get the corn. But now everything he's running this low.
I mean, you don't even, there's the pieces.
But that's what you're saying, that yours wouldn't do anything like that before.
Nothing.
So do you feel like it was worth the money?
Yes.
What's the point of having this chopped up better, I guess?
It'll decompose better and be less to deal with in the spring for us because our corn doesn't rot good. Ideally, if we were doing strip till, but we're not going to do
We can't really do that here, huh?
Well, I think I don't know.
Could try it.
Our problem is our corn doesn't decompose over the winter, so I'm hoping this will help.
Is it because we don't get like that freeze and warm and freeze and warm?
Yeah.
I remember you saying that before. Okay, I'm here with Jason Root from Pioneer. He's my dad's Pioneer rep, and we are harvesting test plots.
So when we get new products, we like to put them in as many trials as we can in a year to compare them to see what's going to fit best in a local area.
We just finished up here. So my dad's moving the harvester. I'm gonna take my pickup and we're gonna go pick him up, and then he's gonna bring me back to my tractor. So we started harvesting this little corner because he said he might want to bring the disc over here to disc. There's a little spot of Johnson grass, and I guess the headland, I don't know what he's doing. I thought we were gonna go get my bank out wagon and then he was gonna harvest. So he either decided that he's just gonna harvest this and shut it off, or he just has no patience and had to start harvesting now. Sometimes he has great patience, but sometimes I think my lack of patience comes from my dad. So we're moved to the next farm. But we weren't able to get any more trucks today. So my dad, I know, just cut a couple headlands, just one hopper's worth. He's gonna put it in my bank out wagon. And then I'm assuming we're gonna be done for today. We just finished one field. So today, there you go. This farm, we have 35 acres and it is 5 fields. So 35 acres, 5 different fields. So, but we should be able to get the whole thing done today. So this here is a wet section in our cornfield. You can see Johnson grass, there's a willow tree, and it's this whole section. So my dad has to harvest around it. It's pretty wet. So this farm is finished and we are heading back. That we have one more field to do, so we're gonna harvest that tomorrow, but we got to move all the equipment back to that field. Everything goes right, tomorrow's it, guys. Corn harvest is almost over. This is like the fastest corn harvest. Pretty dang sure this is the final day, so that's exciting. 10 days is very, very short, but at the same time, it took a little bit longer than it should have for the few acres of corn we have. I'm gonna ride in the harvester with my dad this morning since this is my last chance. Are you excited? Ugh. It's my only chance to ride in the harvester. Last year I drove it a little bit. Last day of corn harvest, Dad. Are you excited?
Yeah. Look at this whole ditch line across there.
Oh, I see it. Was that there in during your time?
Yeah, I covered it. So what happened? Somewhere in history they moved the ditch down.
Uh-huh.
I think we got that.
So today's shirt is brought to you by the Millennial Farmer. Don't know how he would feel about me wearing his shirt in a New Holland, but he doesn't need to know. He doesn't need to know that. Yeah. This is it, everybody. This is the end. All right, this is it, guys. My dad's doing the last pass. This is the end of Corn Harvest 2020. We got it done. I know some people had it way worse than this year than us.